Hello, everybody. Well, right now, I would like you to learn a grammatical structure that you will hear in the listening, and I want you to be able to understand the sentences. So, we're going to learn how to express the opposite by using instead of. All right? So, for example, what is a usual vacation? What do people usually do on a vacation? Well, they stay in hotels. They eat at restaurants. They buy souvenirs. How about my vacation? What do I like to do in my vacations? I rent an apartment. I don't stay in hotels. I rent an apartment. I don't eat at restaurants. I cook my own food. And I don't like to buy souvenirs. I spend my money on entertainment. So now let's learn how to say that using instead of. That's a way of making things more complicated, a complicating grammar, but it's not really complicated. It's just a different way of saying, instead of saying, I don't stay in hotels, I rent an apartment. I don't eat at restaurants, I cook my own food. I'm going to use a more sophisticated grammatical structure to express the same idea. So let's express the opposite, because what I do is the opposite of what people usually do. So the first thing I do at the very beginning of the sentence is to insert instead of. Then I use the verb of the sentence. Don't worry about the subject, just the verb. And I put the verb right here. Then I have to use ing. So instead of staying in hotels, pay attention to the punctuation, although you don't have to learn punctuation for listening, for writing, you do. So we use a comma. Instead of staying in hotels, I rent an apartment. Then a period at the end. Next, instead of eating at restaurants, I cook my own food. Now try to do the next one. Instead of, and then I use what? Exactly. I use the verb. And then what do I use next to the verb? What do I add next to the verb? ing. Then I finish it. Instead of buying souvenirs, comma, then I use my entire sentence. I spend money on entertainment. So whenever you hear the expression instead of, you have to expect the opposite. So instead of doing his homework, that means he's not doing his homework, he's watching TV. Ah, that's a problem. Instead of eating vegetables and fruit, he's eating candy. There you go. So always expect the opposite. All right, instead of.